Okay guys, continuing with fractions, let's look at an example. You have 4 divided by 1/2. If you see an equation like this, you have to notice something. Look at the long division line. So what it means is that it's 4 all divided by half, right? But any number is that number divided by 1. So basically you have 4 all divided by half, right? Don't confuse it with 4 divided by half divided by 2, right? We'll come back into that one, but look at the distinction here. There's a long division line, right? So it's 4. Any number is divisible by 1, which makes that number itself. So it's 4 divided by 1, right? And then you will have 4 divided by 1 multiply reciprocal, right? 1. So it's 4 times 2 multiply straight through, which is 8. 8 over 1, which is 8, right? So we'll leave it at that. So here the difference is the divide sign. The divide sign is the same. There's no long division line that tells you this is all divided by. So when you have this situation, you divide from left to right, right? So the best thing is to convert all the divisions, the lines, into division lines, like that. So basically when it's like this, it's easier for you to work with. So basically any number divided by that number is that number. So convert it into fractions. Convert all the numbers into fractions. Basically just say 4 divided by 1, all divided by 1/1, 2 divided by 1. So I've just converted all of them. So now that's when I start working from left to right. So I will go 4 divided by 1 multiply the first term, which is 1/1. That's not going to change anything much, because you take this number to the top and that number to the bottom. So that's what I did there. That's what you're trying to show actually. So you multiply straight through is 4/1, and then you come to this one. You multiply. When you multiply, you do a reciprocal. This is going to be half, right? 2/1 is going to be half. So now you multiply straight through, which is 4/2, right? Like that, like that. So now what is your answer? Your answer is you simplify there. How many times does 2 go into 2? It will go once, and then into 4 twice. So basically you are left with 2. So that's your answer there. So notice the difference there. Notice the difference between these two. Look at the long division line, right? So now we're gonna do a longer and more challenging expression, but it's the same principle and the same rules. So you have 1 over, right, all divided by 2 plus 6/11, right? So basically it's the same principle that you apply here. Remember, when you see an equation like this, solve everything within the brackets first, bottommost, right? Within the brackets, simplify what's in the brackets, and then move over to the other ones, right? So let's start off here. The all divide by, I'm gonna go 1 minus 8/11 into that, all divide by 2 plus 6/11. So that's these two. this is this 2. So, and then continuing that 5 over 14. So I'm sure you can see what I did here. I took this division line and put it there, right? So now I simplify what's in the brackets first, right? What's in the bracket? 11 is my denominator on this equation here. So any number divided by 1 is that number. So this will be 11, which is 1 into 11 11 times 11 multiplied by the number on the top. So you take down the sign as is. 11 into 11, 1 times 8, 8, right? So that's that. Divide by, please don't lose me here. So you do the same here, right? 1 into that, 11. 11 times 2, 22 plus 6, right? Okay, right? And then divide by. We haven't done anything yet when it comes to these signs. So we're still working inside the brackets. So what's the answer there? You have 11 minus 8 is going to be 3 over 11, right? So divided by 28, right? You add those two in the top, right? And then divide. So now you start working from left to right. So you go 3 over 11 multiply reciprocal over 28, right? Divide by 5 over 14. So now this one is going to be 1. That's cross multiplication, right? So you multiply straight through like that. It's going to be 3 over 28 divided by 5 over 14, right? So sorry, so now you're continuing from there. You're going to go 3 over 28 divided by 5 over 14, right? So what you do here is you do the reciprocal, multiply 14 over 5, right? So 3 times 14 times 3, oh, where's my calculator? Okay, 42 on top, 28 times 5, 140. So you can simplify from there. You can go let me see, 21 into 42 divided by 2, 21, 140 divided by 2 is going to be 70. You can divide it further using a calculator. It's going to give you 0.3 or something like that. Okay, so notice when you're working with your calculator, right, it's 1 minus 8 over 11, right? And then you divide by 2 plus 6 over 11, right? But notice this is all divisible, right? You have to also divide by, right? 5 over 14. Don't make that mistake. Don't forget this outside brackets, otherwise you're going to get the wrong answer. You're going to be sure that it's right and it's wrong. Thank you very much. Click the like button.